which it's higher than you would think in school.
This ain't everything, is it?
What else is it? Sorry.
This,
Yeah, it's a little less than normal.
this is a halftime or something, isn't it?
Okay. Here we go. Gotcha.
Ain't crazy. Thank you. Let's go.
Brian, you want to start?
I mean, obviously, your team puts up a fight again and just wasn't able to finish the game. But
Yeah.
are you pleased with the way they came out and fought in this one and gave yourselves a shot in that fourth
It's not a
quarter?
consolation prize. They're supposed to fight. They're supposed to want it. They're supposed to give their best. First of all, let's acknowledge the opposing team. They played a heck of a game. Well coached. One of my dearest coaches. I love him to life. The staff prepares them pretty darn well. That quarterback didn't make many mistakes. Did well. Running back ran hard. And when they needed to make the plays defensively, they made the play. So let's give them some love and some credit. But it's no consolation prize given in these things.
Adam, go ahead.
Is it emotional at all with this
Yeah.
being the end of the season?
Yeah.
What's the scene like?
It's emotional after every game when you lose. Not a loser. I don't handle it well. I don't cope well. I'm a thinker though, so I always try to visualize and I see plays all night long and what we could have, should have, would have done. What could I have done better situationally, preparation-wise, strategically, so many things. I just told them, no, we won't be in this situation again. I promise you that. I could promise you that. Because I'm not happy with nothing right now. Nothing.
Matt, you go.
Might be a dumb question, but how motivated are you to get out of this spot?
I wasn't motivated to get in. I'm not motivated to get out. Getting out is what it's going to be. I don't think it's a motivation. It's a part of life. This is what it's going to be. This fan base, the school, Rick, everybody deserves much better than this. And they expected much better than this. I expected much better than this. And we're going to give them much better than this starting tomorrow.
Brian, go ahead.
Coach, I mean, this team ran for almost 500 yards last
Excuse
week.
me?
K-State ran for almost 500 yards last
You
week.
keep dealing with consolation prizes.
No, I'm not going to on this one. But the first three quarters, you guys seem to have a nice game plan against the run. Then what happened in the fourth quarter?
The game plan didn't change. What's inside of you changes, man. Like it's like a car going on a journey. Is it electric or does it need gas? The game plan didn't change.
Adam, go ahead.
Coach, how do you envision kind of your process of evaluating? the
Changes.
program?
I already evaluated the program. Changes.
Do you anticipate those changes come together pretty quickly?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Harrison, okay.
Coach, just, going into that, getting out of the rut you guys are in right now, what's kind of, besides those changes?
There's no rut. You're just not good. You're not good. It's not a rut. You're not good.
What's kind of the first order of business, though, besides the changes?
Mentality.
What does that look like?
Personnel. Coaching. Everything. That's what that looks like. It's a mentality, a certain mentality you got to have when that game is right there. And you could take it either way. When you take it this way all the time, that's a problem on both sides. That's not just a personnel problem, that's a personnel problem.
Brian.
Do you see this being a very different coaching staff next year?
I see everything being different, even me.
As far as like different people here?
I see everything being different, even me.
And then just as a follow-up to that, there are reports, and you seem to confirm it at a team meeting the other day at Marshall, going to Southern. Are you excited about that?
You had to
for him?
talk to Marshall about that one. I don't want to do that to him. Like, let him present that to you. That's my boy. I think everybody know I love him to life. I don't think he would have came here without our relationship. So I love him to life. If that's the case, I'm going to do every darn thing I can to make sure he's successful. everything.
Tyler.
Coach, you said you didn't expect this, that the program deserves much better than
Yeah.
this season. As you sit here, the worst record of your tenure so far, how do you reconcile with everything that's happened the last couple months?
You figured it out. You understand what it is. I'm not gonna say surprise. You know, you can identify it. It's easy to put your hand on until you get to the place. I stopped them one time and I said, because I showed them tape this week of the score, the quarter, and the situation and what happens. I stopped them on the sideline. I say, look at the scoreboard. This is how much time is left. This is the score. This is the situation. What we gonna do with it? Because we have seen this same picture 100 times. And we did the same darn thing we always did, so we get the same old things we've always got.
You mentioned mentality.
Yeah.
How do you develop that over one?
You don't develop mentality, you select mentality. You pick mentality. It's like two guys are fighting, in a boxing match. Who you picking? You do your little homework, you pick the guy with that mentality.
Is that the most notable thing that's different from last year's team to this year's team?
Personnel is mentality. Yeah. I don't want to give you guys that easy go of it because you got to have someone to blame. So I'm blaming me. But what you just said is very right. But I can't leave it at that. I can't do that. It's us.
Man.
We got to do better.
The other day, you were mentioning, I was back and forth with somebody, and they were talking about, are you going to be able to accomplish everything you want in the portal? And you were like, well, it takes a lot of money to get all that done. How much do you think you're going to be able to get done that you really need to?
Well, I think we got it tremendously done a year prior.
Yeah.
But sounds like a cliche, man, and sometimes I hate saying that. But if I don't, you guys go do what you do. But I try my best to tell you the darn truth. I don't try, I tell you the darn truth, but sometimes the truth hurts when I tell it to you. We got to do a better job of coaching, much better.
Tyler.
Coach, as you evaluate the coaching staff, you have consistently said in the past that NFL experience is something that you really, really value.
Yeah.
Is that something that, with the struggles maybe with coaching this year, is that something that maybe changes how you evaluate what you're looking for in future coaches to come to staff?
See, if I really wanted to answer that question honestly, where was you last year? What? Why you wouldn't ask me that last season?
The team was better.
Excuse me?
The team played better.
I can't say that, can I? It's not right. It's not right. I can't say that. I like a blend. We've always had a blend. I know you guys focus on a lot of the guys that have come from the league, but we do have a tremendous blend.
Two-part question for you.
Yes, sir.
Mentality. How difficult is it to find that mentality in players you're recruiting?
I'm not going to say it's tremendously difficult, but it takes a little more work, and we got to be willing to put in the work that it takes.
And then the second part of this, how do you keep the guys on the scene that maybe have that mentality?
Excuse
now?
me?
How do you keep the guys that have that mentality now, like Jordan Seaton or whatever?
The thing about these guys, man, you got to understand, when a guy leaves a program that selected him, picked him, or got him at the portal, he leaves for a multitude of reasons. The number one reason people leave is money. It's not a disdain for staff or disdain for players. It's money. Let's just be honest, man. Let's stop sugarcoating this foolishness, man. That's why most people leave. I admire these guys that want to go for another opportunity, a bigger opportunity, and play for a national championship, but I applaud that. But that's not the number one reason people leave programs.
Hi, Coach. You're talking about how much needs to change, but is there anything that you can just build off of?
Yeah, it's a lot. Tremendous amount. And I'm pleased and I'm happy with that. Because you got a team that won 3 darn games, and I think it was 5 minutes left. And you right there. To win again and again. But at the conclusion of the game, the score does not dictate it, but you had an opportunity to win the game.
Certainly, just kind of following up on the resources part. I know you don't want to use it as an excuse.
No, it's not.
But it's reality as well.
No, but it's not. It's
Well, I'm
not.
just saying in today's game, like it's an arms race.
Somewhat, but it's not, man. Like, we got to do a better job of getting these guys ready and preparing them and getting them knowledgeable to understand what's happening, what's coming, and physically able to go get it and to stop it. Yeah, I mean, it helps with a bag, but it helps with having the right personnel on the sidelines as well as playing the game. It helps.
So you feel you have the ammunition to get done?
No, I think we need to make severe changes, and we're going to make them on both ways.
Tyler.
Coach, I remember when you got back late in the summer, you were pleased with kind of the progress that Coach Swayze had made in this.
Oh, yeah.
How much could another offseason with him in charge do for this program with some of the guys in the roster?
Well, it could make them look like Tarzan, but we can't play like Jane.
Go ahead, Brian.
I do have one more about this game in particular. I guess another constellation question, but Dallin and Mike have seemed to run pretty hard.
Yeah.
Did you feel like they gave you what
Yeah,
you needed
we
to
had some opportunities to run the ball. 15 for 67. Mike was that don't even look right, but it's 10 for 20. Don't even look right, but that's what it is. It was. I mean, quarterback had 15 carries as well. I guess they counted sacks, but 151 yards rushing to their 206. I mean, 206. Anytime you surrender over 200, oftentimes it's not going to be positive. The outcome.
Go, Matt.
You always talk about how God tests you.
Yeah.
You're built for
God
this.
allows stuff.
Allows stuff.
There you go.
Not for me.
It's all right. We're good. We're good.
Do you feel like you learned what you needed to and taken away from
I'm
this
still
season
learning.
what you needed to?
I'm still learning, but you don't want to say you're happy that you're getting your butt kicked, but you're happy what you're seeing throughout the process. Like, you're happy of the visuals, you're happy of the small whispers, even during the game. You're happy of certain things coaching wise. Right before half, we were prepared to run two plays back to back. I think it was 22 or 21 seconds, something like that. And the question was, okay, if they lay on our guys, can we get it off? Because we had exhausted the last time out. And you're thinking those things way before it happened. Hopefully, okay, it happens, And you're like, oh, shoot, well, we scored where we're ready, but you don't know. You don't know. So it's a lot of things that happens within games and with personnel that you understand you got to make sure you have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. So I've learned a tremendous amount this season. It's not like I desired to learn it this way, but I've learned a tremendous amount about, it's not just about wins and losses, it's about young men, it's about coaches, it's about situational football, it's about life, it's about so many things. And I'm thankful that these guys, they fought to the end. They didn't shut it down.
The other thing I had was been a really weird year for injuries.
Yeah.
It just kind of like you chalk it up like, yeah, just one of those.
It is what it is. It's nothing that we did to attract injuries, but the training staff has done the best they could to. What word am I needing? What am I needing right now, Lord? The training staff is to medicate the pain that we have.
Anything else for Coach?
God bless you guys. You guys been kind, even considering the foolishness that you saw on the field and on the sideline this whole year. I appreciate you guys. I respect and admire your relationship. You don't have to go easy on me. I'm a big boy. I've been doing this for a long time. And when I win, I don't mind a clap. When I lose, I don't mind a boo. I played this game. I know this game like the back of my hand, and I love this game, and I love all the ups and downs, the ins and outs about it. And I'm built for every last bit of it. But if anybody's built to reconcile and to get this back on course, it's me. And I will do it if it's the last thing I do on earth. Trust me when I tell you. This was the Last Supper. God bless.
Thanks for this, Coach.
Matt, you want to start us?
You obviously got this opportunity. I don't know if you thought it was going to be there or not, but how nice was it to just get another chance to play college football?
I mean, yeah, it was good. You know, this was my last collegiate game with me being a fifth-year senior, and could also be my last game ever playing football again. So just being able to get the opportunity was amazing.
Obviously, this year probably didn't go in many ways how you thought it was when you committed to Colorado, but are there things that you learned from this year that you're going to take with you?
Oh yeah, it's most definitely things that I've learned and just things that I know that I need to work on and et cetera. But I got it all in my back pocket to work on after the season.
Is that like one of those things where it makes you a better person kind of down the line?
Most definitely.
Adam?
Kaden, there were opportunities for you just to shut it down this year. What kept you going? What kept you, staying ready for this opportunity?
I mean, just, you know, being that senior of the team, I just know that I always take those mental reps whenever I am sitting around or whatever the case may be. Just continue watching film and preparing for the moment. At any moment, things can change, just like how I was starting, then stop starting, then Juice starting, then I'm back. Then, like, you just never knew what would happen, so you just always have to stay ready.
Brian?
I have two questions for you. One kind of big picture. How difficult was this year for you? You just kind of detail a little bit, but like those ups and downs and, going through the highs and lows of this season. How difficult was this for you?
I mean, it was difficult football-wise, but just off the field-wise, I got a very supportive family that really loves me and support me, and so they made it way much easier and just kept a lot of stress off of me.
And this game in particular, obviously you guys kept fighting. You're right there, at the end. And you just talk about how that game flow went today and a couple of those nice drives you have, but it was kind of tough sledding a lot of the game.
Yeah, we just gave up some plays that we shouldn't have gave up offensively. I could have hit some targets that I could have hit some targets on certain downs to keep the chains moving or whatever the case might be, but, it was an up and down game, and we had the chance to go out there and take it away, but we came short, and I'm just glad that we came out there and fought today as a team, and it seemed like we all played together and was united.
What's your relationship like with Jules? I've heard that you guys are very close.
With who?
With Julian.
Oh yeah, Juju, that's my dog, man. He's a young dude. He's very, very friendly. He's a cool kid, plays ball, love the sport. He's cool to hang around, cool to be around. Just it's a very great relationship.
Have you seen the growth in him since he came in? Everybody was saying that, since the spring, he's just really different.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Ever since he came in, you can just tell he always had that dog mentality. I mean, of course, started off a little slow, but he most definitely picked it up as he's seen how college football is ran and how the speed is different and everything else different from high school.
It might be hard to pinpoint it, but was there like a turning point for him at all?
I'm sure the turning point was once he got his first start or whenever he got his opportunity just to get in the game and he could see that it was possible for him to play this year. I feel like that's when it changed.
Kaden, you were very honest. You said this might be your last football game ever today. Did you have any emotions walking off the field?
I mean, kind of football, it's going to end one day. And you just always got to have that plan for life after football. And like I said, I got a very supportive family and a great circle around me to where we've already been building that. I mean, I made a few NIL bucks to keep around for me to start things up and to just invest. So I feel like my life after football plan is set, and I'm just ready to go, whether it's continuing playing to the next level or if I got to come out and be that grown man and just that regular person.
There were several times in this game you guys drove into their territory and then the drive would stall. Did you feel like you guys had a good game plan and maybe some of those moments just frustrating to not be able to continue those drives?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good game plan. Just wish we could have got some of those fourth downs back that we tried to get. But other than that, I feel like we did our best to go out there and just have fun and play the game. It was a lot of our last game because we had a lot of seniors on this team. So just feel like we just went out there and took advantage of our last opportunity that we had to play in this collegiate sport.
Kaden, who are some of the guys outside of Julian that you feel are going to be able to step up as leaders in this program, guys that are going to be returning in this program?
I feel like Joe Williams, he's one of the guys that will be able to step up. Since he's gone, Amarion, of course. Jordan Seaton on the offensive line, Tawfiq on defense. I mean, it's a lot of guys that have that potential. It's just going to be based off the mindset and the mentality coming into next season, knowing how we turned down this season and didn't do our best this season. So the players that are returning, that's coming back, they just got to have that mindset to take over and be that leader of the team that whoever is coming together next year, they just got to find out who that leader is, and they got to take advantage of that role and be that leader throughout the whole season.
Anything else go with it?
Coach said there's gonna be a lot of changes, and one of the big ones is mentality. So you being a part of this, I know you won't be going forward, but what do you see in this team, like mentality-wise and changes? And what would you say needs to happen for this team to be better next year?
I mean, we just got to go out there and play harder. We got to make the plays that should be made, and we got to stop the plays that should be stopped. Simple as that.
Is there enough of a leadership mentality on this team? Was that really lacking this year?
Most definitely, we was lacking leadership. You know, we've been playing a lot of different quarterbacks. Nobody really knew who that guy was from spring ball to now. But I feel like in the quarterback room, we've all done spoken out to have that leader coming out of us to a lot of different groups. But you know, sometimes when it's 1 week you're starting here, then the next you're on the bench, so now they want to listen to this guy instead of this guy. So it was a lot of confusion in our room, but I'm sure next year they'll be way better with it.
Kaden, Coach Prime often said this season that you guys, what we're seeing on Saturdays is not indicative to what this team's potential is. When you look back at this season, do you guys still feel like you were better than a 3-9 football team?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, he showed us a clip the other day of how close we were to a lot of our games that we lost and how we just didn't finish. And I feel like we're most definitely way better than a 3-9 team.
Last one, Matt.
Coach spoke last week, I think he was referring to a team meeting. Without getting specific, I don't want to know what happened, but what was the tenor? He said there was a lot of contributions from everybody in the room kind of getting it all out.
Mm-hmm.
What was that all about?
I mean, it was very interesting, just something that I've never been a part of in my college career, but it was a moment of truth and just everybody getting out what they had to say of whatever the case might be, whatever the situation was that they had. But it was just a truthful meeting to everybody getting their feelings out or whatever the case might be. Very, very much needed for this season, though.
Was that just go around the room and everybody just, if
Yeah, I
you have
mean,
anything
it was.
on your heart?
Yeah, basically, it's just if you got anything on your heart, stand up and say it.
Thanks, Kaden.
Thank y'all.
Kaden. Thanks, Kaden.
Tyler, you want to start?
Jeremiah, just at the end here, senior season, what was the emotions like for you kind of walking off the field today?
It sucked. It sucked. I don't even know how much to explain it.
Yeah.
Running game, last week they gashed Utah. You guys held them down pretty good today. Did it feel like that to you?
We did to an extent, but we just got to be consistent with it. Just got to finish, that's all.
Is that kind of the theme of this year, just like getting
Finish.
there and
Yeah,
just not?
I mean, because Coach Prime put it up earlier in the week, the 6 games that we were neck and neck, or either up in the fourth quarter, third quarter, like West Virginia, Arizona State, BYU, Houston, Georgia Tech. Like, we just got to find a way to finish, and that's what good teams do.
Did you find any common thread between those moments? Like you're right there and just can't quite?
It's just, I don't know. I feel like defense, we have to do better. We get stops, and then once the offense scores, we got to go get another stop. We kind of get complacent in that sense.
Jeremy, a couple questions for you. We've sort of asked you this before, but now that it's over, you're one of the rare guys that played your entire collegiate career for Coach Prime. Are there extra emotions because of what he's meant to you and all you've been through from the start at Jackson State to here?
Man, Coach Prime, like, last year was a big mental year for me, like red shirt, expecting to be able to play. Even coming in, transferring up to Colorado, those 2 years were rough. But Coach Prime always kept me grounded in those years. He was always stayed on me like, hey, you got this, you can be that guy, and trusted in me even when I didn't believe in myself. So I always appreciate him for that.
Because you've been with him all this time, you've been part of a lot of winning. This year was not that, obviously. What was different this year? In this
Leaders. We just, like defensive-wise, we had guys like Cam, of course, Trav, just leading the way. D-line, we had like Chidozie, BJ, guys leading the way. Of course, we mentioned Nakai too. So we just had leaders in Bentley, just leading the team that didn't care how it got done, but it got it done. Offense, Shador is a great leader. Like, never flinch with him. So just leaders, I feel like we miss.
So I wanted to follow up. Like, a lot of people, the outside, will say, well, Coach Prime has won. Can he win without his son, without Shador?
Yes.
You've seen him. What makes you feel that Coach Prime can win without Shador as his quarterback?
Honestly, just they'll bring the right guys in that want it, like want to win. Like you said, you dog a cat, the dogs don't want to come here. He gonna bring those guys in with the right mentality. You know, he dealt with a lot this offseason, so he wasn't able to be as thorough as he usually was with us, and he told us about that. So he know this offseason, like the guys that he bring in are gonna be that mentality that he wants.
Jeremiah, Coach said, I think it was this week, that leadership comes from playing well on the field. Is that part of the issue this year? Maybe you just guys didn't get off to the right start and that leadership never developed. Is that kind of part of what goes into it for you with the leadership aspect?
Yeah, that goes into it, and then just leading up from fall camp. I like Coach Prime in the walls in the building. It says like the man never tries to be the man, because that's who he is. So I feel like the leader, he doesn't try to lead; it just naturally happens. And unfortunately, we just didn't have really very many of those.
Go ahead, bro.
One of those guys that has shown that is Tawfiq Byard. A lot of injuries. He was still out there battling. Who else on the defense side of the ball can kind of carry the torch as a leader as you move on with your life?
Of course, Tawfiq, John Slaughter coming along. Man, he wants it more than anything. Then you got BDS down there in the trenches that wants it. Like he on us on the sideline. I know he want to get in, but he was an emergency situation. But he on us hard. He wants us to go out there and get it done. And then London and Alex, those guys, man, they want it bad too. You know, who surprised me today was Isaiah Harge. He came in at the nickel spot and put a lot on his plate. He hasn't really played that much nickel the whole year and put a lot on his plate, and he stepped up to it. So I'm proud of him for that. I think the CU program will be in good hands.
I assume you expected the leadership to be there, but is it maybe more of a situation where it caught a couple of guys a year early? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you guys were just like 1 year too early for that?
Yeah, I mean, what I don't think is like some of the freshmen that are playing, they don't think they were going to be playing or have to lead as much as they did. That's on us as older guys to be able to step up and lead them the way. Like, leading isn't always talking. Leading is always, it could be doing the right thing, or some guys don't even play that much, can also be leaders. They can make sure you're holding you accountable, make sure you make it to the place on time. So you can lead in many different ways.
How has Coach Prime changed from Jackson State to Colorado to now?
To me, he hasn't. He'd be the same disciplined guy. Like, I say he's the most consistent human I've ever been around. Like, he's consistent day in and day out, so I say he hasn't changed.
Jeremiah, you mentioned John Slaughter, just kind of the progress he's made throughout the season. How much has that impressed you, especially in a game like today where his role has just continued to increase?
Of course it impressed me, but I feel like it should impress y'all, because for somebody to start off the transfer from a big Power 5 school like Tennessee and coming here and expecting to play, didn't go how it started, but he kept pushing, kept working, and he found his way on the field, and he made plays when he got out there. So I think that shows great resilience and want to.
Good, Brian.
You didn't get to play last week, the last home game. What would it mean to you to be able to come back out here and play today?
I mean, everything. I was telling them all week how important this is. Like, we go out here and we just leave it all on the field, no matter the outcome of the game. Unfortunately, we lost, but I feel like we left it all on the field and played with a will to win, like just a want to about it, then nothing could have phased us. But unfortunately, we kind of let go of the rope a little bit in a couple situations. So, but I'm still proud of how the team fought for it.
And then a week and a half ago or whatever, you talked to us and told us you got an electrical company that you were starting up. So you're ready to move on.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try pro day, try the NFL?
Yeah, so yeah, a couple people tagged me and that was like, you still got to try. Of course, I'm giving football everything I got because I don't want to look at 10, 15 years later and, regret not giving it a shot. But I'm going to train with Coach Swayze this offseason and hopefully I get a shot in the NFL. And then if not, like Coach Prime always preach on us, have a backup plan because even when you make it to the NFL, careers aren't long, so you got to have something to do for the rest of your life. So mine would be that electrical company.
I do want to start one more, but regardless, this is the end of college football.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's 3-9, I know there's a lot of your good friends that are in that locker room. How much will you miss college football?
A lot. Like, I was in there getting emotional with the guys because this is all I've known since first grade football team. So you'll never get this type of, especially at CU, you'll never get that back. Like being around those group of guys, the social media attention that we get, the love that we get in Boulder, you'll just never have that again. So I'm just appreciative for the journey and the guys that I've been through it with.
Similarly, a couple weeks ago, Jeremiah, you said that you came to really love Boulder over the last couple of years. How much do you feel like that the program is a part of you at this point of your life?
Shoot, I feel like if you cut me open, man, it's golden black in there. So it means a lot to me, especially like we go out to Windsor a lot in the summer, and not even just Boulder. Windsor, it's like an hour drive, and they take care of us out there. That's right there by Colorado State, and they love us. So I feel like just as a state, Colorado just loves CU football and what Coach Prime is doing. So I'm excited for next year where they keep going.
Anything else for JB? All right, thank you, Bob.
Thanks, John.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.